The teams for MCC 30 have been released, and these are by far the strongest teams in MCC history. With every team having a chance at the crown, these have got to be my hardest predictions yet. And in this video, I'll be going over my final team predictions for the event. Consider subscribing if you haven't already to stay up to date with more MCC content like this, and join the Discord server linked in the description down below to talk about anything MCC related. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into my predictions for MCC 30. In 10th place are the Orange Ocelots. The fact that I even have to put this team in 10th goes to show how OP this event is. While H-Bomb is a very cracked player who has led underrated teams to victory in the past, I don't think he's going to perform to his average this event. Our favorite 7th place man, SB737, is back once again, but after a 6 event break, I bet it'll be really tough for him to get top 10, especially in such a competitive event. Blushy and Sniff are coming back after playing in MCC 28 together, but sadly I don't think they're going to end up performing very well in this team, since once again, these teams are just way too strong. Just like every H-Bomb team, this team has potential to shock everyone, but realistically, I just don't see it happening. In 9th place are the Pink Parrots. Barely edging ahead of Orange, we have Pink, consisting of our only newcomer this event, Shadoon. I've seen a lot of people putting this team in 10th place, but honestly, I believe in the Shadoon pop-off potential this event. Shadoon almost took out Sapnap in Squidcraft, and is an incredibly skilled Minecraft player in general, with the potential to be a future S tier. Tubbo, Sylvie, and Aimsey have shown in their previous performances that they aren't ones to mess with, and can all place very high depending on the scenario. With all that being said, I'm still only putting them in 9th, as I think that the other teams ahead of them are stronger, and I think banking on Shadoon is way too much of a risky play. In 8th place are the Blue Bats. Okay, so I could be horribly wrong about this, but I'll explain. Kratzy is once again the second frag on the team, which is honestly terrifying to think about, especially since the one and only Fruit Berries is on the team as well, who is an incredibly cracked player, and False and Shovel have both proven from their recent performances that they are not ones to mess with. Now, on the surface, this team looks quite cracked, being almost identical in strength to our MCC 29 winners, the Aqua Axolotls. But I just think that compared to all the other teams in the event, they fall short. A lot of this placement is relying on Kratzy's performance, but looking at his most recent performances, I don't see him pulling off anything crazy, but I can't wait to be dead wrong on event day. In 7th place are the Cyan Coyotes. So right off the bat, I would just like to mention that this team goes crazy. In terms of strength, I've seen a lot of people putting this team low, but I think that they could shock everyone. Unlike every other team, this team doesn't really have a specific player or duo that could boost the team, as everyone on this team is relatively close in skill. This could be very harmful to the team, as nobody has a guaranteed spot to place high, but it could also be the reason they win the event, as they all have potential to pop off and make top 20. In my opinion, this team is probably the hardest to predict out of them all, and I can't wait to see how they do live on event day. In 6th place are the Aqua Axolotls. I'm just going to be upfront and say it, this is a huge underdog team. Illumina is an incredible player who showed specifically in MCC 28 that nobody can stop him, and with the help from his right-hand man 5UP, the strategical mastermind who has top 10 potential, Impulse, a very underrated player who is better than most think, and the hot guy himself, Scar, who has shown in the past that he can have very impressive performances on strong teams, this team has huge potential. Now, I only put them in 6th, as once again, I think the teams above them are just a bit stronger, but I won't be surprised at all if they end up popping off and winning the whole thing. In 5th place are the Red Rabbits. Right as this team got announced first, we all knew this event was going to be crazy OP. Sapnap has already shown in the past how much of a dominant player he is, being an incredible PvPer. Sparkles is a crazy 3rd frag on this team, especially after seeing his recent performances, and I predict him to place around the 20th area. Huffy is a very overlooked player who genuinely popped off in MCC 29 compared to her normal placements. If she can perform similarly, this team is looking really good. While all that is important, I think the most important part of this team is Hannah. She has never really gone on a strong team like this one, and other than her first event, she has always been the best player on her team, until now. If Hannah can take some of Sapnap's potential this event, then this team is very set to make dodgebolt. In 4th place are the Purple Pandas. When I saw this team for the first time, I honestly questioned how it was even allowed. Fire Breathman is an amazing player, who has led teams in the past to very solid performances, including 3 out of 4 of the Simmers in MCC Scuff. Martin is an extremely underrated player who honestly has top 15 potential on a team like this, especially after seeing his recent performances. Scott honestly underrates himself as a player, because a player of his skill should not be allowed to be the third strongest on the team. Scott has been going crazy recently, getting 15th individual in all of his last 3 events. Jimmy is a very skilled player who shines on very strong teams like this one, which can be proven by his incredible 14th individual in MCC 28. Overall, this team is absolutely insane and could easily make dodgebolt on a good day. In third place are the Lime Llamas. Now, this may be a very spicy take, but I genuinely think that Lime is going to do very well this event. Huns is so criminally overlooked and has a ton of potential to pop off. He's a crack team leader, and even on low placing teams he manages to get solid individual placements just like in MCC 29. Phil is an amazing player, running his way up the ranks event after event, and I could honestly see an easy top 10 out of him this event if he tries hard enough. Very similarly to Puns, Sam is another very overlooked player, who is honestly a crazy player to have as a third frag, and I can totally see him slipping into the top 20 this event. Cub is another really cracked player who consistently places in the 20th to 30 range, and I don't see anything changing about that this event. Overall, this team is criminally overlooked, and I think they can easily make dodgebolt, especially after obliterating Rocket Spleef Rush to the point of insanity. In second place are the Green Geckos. I'm not joking you when I say that my jaw literally dropped when I saw this team for the first time. Jojo and Pete are teamed together. Are we sure this isn't the April Fool's event? Because this team does not feel real. Jojo and Pete are both incredible players who easily have potential to make top 5 together. Along with that, we also have both Kara and Michael, who are both really overlooked players. Kara has had solid performances of around 25th place on strong teams like this, and Michael is quite underrated, and could be a threat considering he isn't on his MCC break anymore. This team easily has potential to dominate the event, and I would not be surprised at all if they did. And in first place are the Yellow Yaks. Okay, who bribed Scott to let this team happen? In all seriousness, this team is absolutely insane. Purpled is the new GOAT of MCC, having incredible placements no matter the team placement, only dropping out of the top 3 once after his first event. Antfrost is a massive grinder for MCC, and it has clearly paid off, getting S-tier placements in his last few events, with him only dropping out of the top 5 once in his last 5 Canada events. Velvet is one of the most underrated players there is, consistently getting around 25th individual. On a team to this power, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he ended up doing even better than that. And of course we have the amazing Gumi, who has big potential to shine this event, and possibly reach top 25 as well. In general, this team is absolutely crazy, and easily has potential to make first place and win dodgebolt, taking home the most impressive win to date. And that's it for my predictions for MCC 30. Of course, this is just my opinion, and I would love to see your predictions down in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. Consider subscribing for more content just like this. Join the Discord server to chat about MCC 30 and to possibly join our MCC simulation. And follow my Twitter linked in the description down below. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all later.